why we blew out candles.
Have you ever wondered why birthdays are celebrated with cake and candles? The tradition feels ancient, yet the modern birthday cake is actually the result of many separate customs slowly merging over time. Its history is not a single straight line from one civilization to another, but rather a gradual evolution shaped by religion, economics, and culture. In ancient Egypt, birthdays as we understand them did not exist. However, historians note that the coronation day of a pharaoh was celebrated annually. This event symbolized the ruler's transformation into a divine being. While there is no evidence of cakes or candles in these ceremonies, it represents one of the earliest known examples of marking an individual's significant day each year. In ancient Greece, people offered round honey cakes to Artemis, the goddess associated with the moon. Some historical sources suggest these cakes were sometimes decorated with lit candles. The candles may have been used to make the cakes glow like the moon. However, scholars caution that we cannot definitively prove a direct link between these offerings and modern birthday candle traditions. Ancient Rome provides clearer evidence of birthday celebrations. Romans celebrated the birthdays of male citizens, particularly important milestone birthdays, such as the 50th. Celebrations included gatherings, gifts, and special foods. Roman cakes were typically simple, made from flour, honey, and oil. These were closer to sweet breads than to modern sponge cakes. It is important to note that Roman birthday celebrations were not universal. Women's birthdays were not widely recorded in early Roman history. Over time, however, birthday recognition expanded. By the late Roman Empire, both men and women appear to have had their birthdays acknowledged more regularly. During the early Christian period, some religious leaders discouraged birthday celebrations because of their association with pagan customs. Over centuries, this resistance softened. As Christianity became dominant in Europe, personal celebrations gradually became more acceptable, especially during the medieval period. A major development occurred in Germany during the late Middle Ages. Historical records from the 5th–10th century describe Kinderfest, celebrations specifically for children's birthdays. These events included cakes topped with candles corresponding to the child's age. This is the clearest documented ancestor of the modern birthday cake tradition. In the German tradition, candles were often relit if they burned out during the day. At the end of the celebration, the child would attempt to blow them out in one breath. The idea that a wish should remain secret appears in later European folklore, though its exact origin cannot be precisely dated. For many centuries, cake itself was a luxury item. Refined sugar was expensive, and ovens were not standardized household appliances. As a result, elaborate cakes were mostly limited to wealthy households. Many ordinary families marked birthdays in simpler ways, or did not celebrate them formally at all. The Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries dramatically changed food production. Advances in milling created finer flour. Mass production made sugar more affordable. Chemical leavening agents such as baking powder allowed cakes to rise more consistently. These innovations made cake baking accessible to middle-class families. At the same time, commercial bakeries expanded in European and American cities. Decorated cakes became more widely available. Layered sponge cakes filled with cream and covered with icing became increasingly popular during the 19th century. This period firmly established cake as the centerpiece of birthday celebrations in Western culture. As global communication increased, birthday traditions spread and adapted. In China, longevity foods are often served, including peach-shaped steamed buns symbolizing long life. In Korea, seaweed soup known as mayokguk is traditionally eaten on birthdays to honor one's mother. In Sweden, prince's cake is commonly associated with celebrations, including birthdays. In many Latin American countries, playful customs accompany the cake cutting. One well-known example is gently pushing the birthday person toward the cake as a joke. These regional variations show how the core idea of celebrating life can take different forms depending on cultural context. The birthday song most widely recognized today originated in the United States. The melody comes from Good Morning to All, composed in 1893 by Patty Hill and Mildred J. Hill. The now familiar birthday lyrics were added later and gradually gained popularity. For decades, the song was treated as copyrighted material. In 2016, a United States federal court ruled that the copyright claim over the lyrics was invalid, confirming that the song belongs to the public domain. Since then, it can be freely performed without licensing fees. When we examine the full history, it becomes clear that no single ancient civilization invented the modern birthday cake. Instead, the tradition emerged gradually. Egyptian coronation rituals, Roman birthday feasts, German Kinderfest practices, and industrial-era baking innovations all contributed separate elements. Today's birthday cake combines affordable ingredients, symbolic candles, and social gathering into one joyful ritual. While its origins are complex and sometimes misunderstood, the core idea remains consistent across cultures, marking the passage of time and celebrating another year of life. So, the next time you see a birthday cake, remember its incredible journey. It started as a tribute to an Egyptian pharaoh, became a glowing offering to a Greek goddess, a savory celebration for Roman men, and a sweet tradition for German children. It's a symbol of hope, a vessel for wishes, and a centerpiece of joy that brings people together. From ancient rituals to modern parties, the birthday cake has evolved, but its core purpose remains the same: to celebrate life. It's a sweet reminder that every year is a gift worth celebrating. Thanks for joining me on this delicious journey through history. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. And let me know in the comments what your favorite kind of birthday cake is. See you next time.